The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine is a complex and multifaceted issue that has been simmering for years. It has deep roots in history, culture, economics, and politics, and has resulted in devastating consequences for the people of Ukraine, Russia, and the broader international community. One of the main drivers of the conflict is the historical and cultural ties between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union until its collapse in 1991, and as a result, many Ukrainians have close personal and business relationships with Russians. However, there are also deep cultural and linguistic differences between the two countries, with many Ukrainians identifying more closely with Western Europe than with Russia. This has created a tension between those who want closer ties with Russia and those who seek to align with the West. The conflict escalated in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea, a Ukrainian territory, in a move that was widely condemned by the international community. Since then, the conflict has become a full-scale military conflict in eastern Ukraine, with the annexation of Crimea being seen as a violation of Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty. The fighting has been most intense in the eastern regions, resulting in the deaths of thousands of people and the displacement of many more from their homes. Geopolitical tensions between Russia and the West have also played a key role in the conflict. Russia sees the expansion of NATO and the European Union into Eastern Europe as a threat to its security, while the West views Russia's actions in Ukraine as a violation of international law and a threat to global stability. This has further escalated the conflict, with Russia supporting separatists in eastern Ukraine, who have declared independence and sought to join Russia. Efforts to resolve the conflict have been ongoing, but progress has been slow. In 2015, the leaders of Russia, Ukraine, Germany, and France signed the Minsk II agreement, which called for a ceasefire and a political resolution to the conflict. However, the ceasefire has been repeatedly violated, and progress towards a political resolution has been hampered by ongoing violence and political tensions. The conflict has also had significant implications for Russia, which has faced international condemnation and sanctions for its actions in Ukraine. The conflict has strained Russia's relationships with the West and has made it more difficult for Russia to engage with the international community on issues such as trade and security. The economic impact of the conflict has also been felt in Ukraine, which has been weakened by the loss of Crimea and the ongoing fighting in the east. In conclusion, finding a lasting and peaceful resolution to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine will require a concerted effort from all parties involved. Addressing the underlying issues driving the conflict, such as historical and cultural ties, geopolitical tensions, and economic interests, will be essential to finding a solution. The international community has a role to play in supporting efforts to resolve the conflict and promote peace and stability in the region. Ultimately, finding a solution will require a willingness to compromise, a commitment to dialogue, cooperation, and diplomacy, and the recognition that the human toll of the conflict is too high to ignore.